high schools are moving on with basketball, but as Delaney Bry found out, those on pause could be missing out on future life-changing opportunities.
In Wisconsin, like the Curtis Blow hit goes, we love that basketball. The only problem, not every court is open.
There are 80 different high schools in Wisconsin that are paused. They range from, La Crosse to Sheboygan to Milwaukee, Madison, Racine, Kenosha.
Mark Miller has covered local hoops for over 30 years. When asked who a postponed season hits the hardest, he didn't hesitate.
The young man who grew 4 inches over the summer, or the player who suddenly gained speed and is really much quicker than he used to be and can defend at a really high level. Those guys that are on the border between possibly getting a scholarship and maybe being Division III, it hurts them the most.
As COVID-19 keeps some kids off the floor, others play.
The scholarship is one aspect of it, Delaney, but the bigger part to me is those kids that aren't going to play beyond high school. This is their only opportunity.
Working out in Mequon, MPS students like Houston and Alexis are trying to stay positive.
Basketball is like a way to escape from your stresses in life, and to be able to do this is good.
But even the right mindset can't block out reality.
This is the time in our life where we actually change and develop, and we mature a lot, but we can't do anything about it. We're just stuck.
Former Marquette alum and pro Joe Chapman didn't grow up in Milwaukee, but as a kid from Chicago, he knows firsthand how this game can change lives.
Being on the court and not being in the streets or around gangs or around, it gave me my safety net. And as an athlete, I think if you would have took away any of those youth years away from me or high school, I wouldn't be sitting here now.
It's why Chapman Basketball Academy started and why it stayed open through the pandemic.
We take temperatures, we do hand sanitizers, we make sure we do everything the right way. But if we give these kids an outlet to have.
An outlet that hasn't just been taken away from athletes, but coaches as well.
If they could, I know they would want to have their players in the gym, giving them a sense of want and need that you just can't do when you don't see them every day.
If you still think one season isn't a big deal, listen to 13-year-old Caleb. He plays twice a week in a youth league and is watching which high schools play or not.
It's important for me because I have to work right now for the future. Like in 1 or 2 years, that's when college coaches can start looking at me. I gotta choose what high school I gotta go to based on education and how the sports is doing and coaching.
Or how Houston's recruitment is going.
I've emailed a couple colleges and they've asked me for film and things like that, but I can't give them to them because we haven't had an actual game or practices or anything like that.
Or the excitement in Alexis's voice when I throw out the idea of a full season starting in March. What would you say to that?
Definitely would say yes. Absolutely yes.
Everyone understands a pandemic is going on. No one is pointing fingers. What kids across Wisconsin are doing is asking those in charge to find a way to play, pass them the ball, and let them take their shot. Delaney Bry, TMJ 4 News.